Hello, namaste. Welcome to the print. My name is Amna Begum. And since the death of three UPSC aspirants in the basement of Coaching Institute Rao's ICE study circle in Delhi's old Rajendra Nagar, news organization have been talking about challenging condition and struggles these students face during their preparation. And seeing such a hardship makes one ask what is so special about the UPSC that students are willing to go through intense struggle despite knowing that the success rate of exam is less than 0.01%. So is it desperation or pure unreasonable craze? I would say that for many, cracking the civil service exam is a way to change their fate, break the cycle of poverty and generational struggle, and at the same time earn the prestige. Um, to analyze more or on a deeper level, I would say there is a mindset behind it that it's a choice between being a victim survivor of the system or becoming master of it by securing a power position. So I'm sure that many Indian middle class family have heard that no one would dare to mistreat or be unfair to a family which has an IS officer as a member, which is in itself is a testament to the influence that comes with this position. Its desire to gain the power to utilize the same system for one's privilege. And similarly, I would say the same kind of mindset also Muslim community, those not all, but some of them, Muslim IS aspirant must be holding similar idea. So this desire to gain bureaucratic power has always been there among Indian Muslims. However, since the majority of Indian Muslims are Pashmanda, who historically lacked to access the basic education. So the dream of participating in system as a power holder or power sharer is far-fetched idea in the form of IS and IPS. While some report also says that number of Muslims aspirants cracking UPSC exam is increasing, but the let's not be blinded by those reports. The reality is that member of the community remains grossly underrepresented, falling far behind short of their population ratio. However, something still appears to be shifting within the community. There is growing awareness and there are allocation of resources for preparation of such a competitive examination, mostly sponsored by the organization which aims to uplift the community. And there is an interesting dichotomy exists within the community that being a Muslim is a disadvantage in the selection process of civil services. However, at the same time, they believe that ending this discrimination is possible only by being part of the system. The idea that discrimination arises due to one's identity come from the reality of tribalism on the ground and the persistence of victimhood sentiment, which I would say many times also get fueled by the extreme right wingers shows like Sudarshan TV's UPSC Jihad. At the same time, aspiration to break this cycle, I would say, get inspired by some historical reality like Mayawati government. And I remember many educated Muslims used to discuss how Mayawati ensured that Dalit representation to guarantee justice and law enforcement. Laws and welfare schemes were there for long, but laying useless until then. And her slogan was "Nahi chahiye CM PM." Her slogan was "Nahi chahiye hame CM PM, hame chahiye SPDM," which speak volume in itself that how ensuring Dalit representation in the state administration actually brings much needed changes on the ground for the Dalit community. So a similar sentiment can be found among well-educated Muslim that ensuring kind of representation in administration can help the community to come out of their socio-economic condition. basically not come out of, but do better uh, upward mobility, I would say. So the increasing participation of Indian Muslim in UPSC is very complex phenomena in that sense, because one hand it's encouraging to see that Muslim have the trust in Indian institution, and they are moving beyond victimhood narrative. On the other hand, it also reflects a realization that we don't function solely on individual basis level, and we don't trust system. So if you want to be treated fairly, you start believing that sharing power is the only way to do that. Sharing power is the way to safeguard to oneself and with a personal level or community level. And this point a deeper issue within our system, that there's a lack of belief in the system that it will treat every individual fairly, regardless which background they come from, and uh, if you want to uh, not be the be potential even victim and survivor of system, it's better to have control over the system. So there's the two choices for such people, and it requires an overhaul, I would say. We shouldn't feel that need to go to such a length to ensure fairness, justice, or to feel protected. And this should be driven by better reason, not by the fear of exclusion, marginalization, or not being potential victim, or even not for the greed for the privileges. In fact, go and read this article because I have written it in very detail. And for more such a video, keep watching the pen. Thank you.